Welcome back, guys. It's Qbeezy here, bringing you from the skies of Isle. Just ran a Pyramidian strike, bringing you my latest build. It is a sword build that you would not expect to do anything with the charge with light system, and boy is it actually fun. This is probably one of the most, I won't say that, it's actually not one of the most fun builds, but it's one of the most interesting builds utilizing the whole system of whatever Season of Dawn mods. I'm tired, it's super late, but I wanted to get you guys some content going into the weekend, looking for something that you could actually do, especially considering that now next season we will be able to change the affinity of armor. More importantly, we will be able to use that affinity, and we'll be able to use those mods from the current season to the previous season to the forward season. So if you have a piece of armor right now in Season of Dawn, you would actually be able to use Season of Undying mods, and you'll be able to use Season of Redacted mods. So you can use current, present, and past mods on the new armor. You can't use all of them, but within a span of +1, -1 seasons, you can actually use that. I'm sorry for that. My dog is technically dying. She is way past when she was expected to die, and she hasn't, and I'm very thankful for that. However, not while I'm recording this video. So let's get into this build. Basically, you could run this build on any character in particular. I chose to run this on my hunter because hunter boy with actually running with quick fang is a lot of fun. It's basically like a living Naruto Japanese samurai warrior show moment, especially with a special run that the hunters do. It's a lot of fun. This build will give you a hell of a lot of super energy quickly while utilizing some of the mechanics in game to give you ammo and basically keep you doing anything other than firing a regular shot. Most notably, in the most recent strike I ran on the Pyramidian, I had no problem only firing my grenade launcher and using my sword. It was that bonkers to run this build. I actually also ran this build at 920 nightfall power, nightfall ordeal, and it was a cinch. It wasn't even a big deal. I wasn't even felt like I was hamstrung with running the build that I was running, and I'll show you guys how. This all basically runs around a singular mod used 2 times called Bleeding Edge. Gain super energy on sword final blows. So this mod is multiplicative with diminishing returns. I'm pretty sure. I think it's that. But basically, like if you stack none, you get a very minimal amount of super energy back. You stack one of them, you get a decent amount of super energy back. You stack 2 of these bad boys, and you off to the races. It's ridiculous. So when we actually go down here, what are some of the things that you can do with this build? Unfortunately, Bleeding Edge is a class item armor mod. You can't run anything like recuperation, which would be super nice. It would be super nice because you would run orb pickup. However, this build is going to help you out in multiple ways. So what you want to do is you want to run Striking Light. That's right, Striking Light. This mod's secondary perk is active when at least one other mod is socketed into this armor. While charged with light, defeating enemies with melee damage and sword spawn 1 orb of light. So not only are you running around being swingy boy, getting ready for next season when swords are getting a new change, you'll be running around swinging around being swordy boy. You'll also be able to give your allies orbs. So the primary thing with this build, as you can see in some of these screenshots, is that I actually generated 50 plus orbs for my allies. Can you think of the amount of supers that it is? Not only are you generating orbs for your allies, even though orbs of light generated from non-supers have been significantly reduced, 40 to 50 orbs are nothing to sneeze at. That's 2 supers right there. I'm pretty sure if you picked up all of those orbs generated that I generate with Striking Light, you'll get a super. You'll probably get 2. You maybe get 2.5. You get 350 worth of supers. 350 worth of supers. Okay, this is nothing. This build is nothing to sneeze at. If you wanted to actually be the best supportive player you can be while being striking and supporting your allies, this is the build. Striking Light is underutilized, underappreciated, especially with the melee. You also have another build. There's a whole entire another build you can build with this, with Top Tree Hunter Arc Strider, where you just basically punching your way. So that punching build that I made a couple months ago, you can literally slot that in with this Striking Light mod, and you will generate so many orbs, and you just run around. You're just Titan with crayon, just punching the hell out of everything. This mod is extremely underused and undervalued. Well, it's not really undervalued because it costs too damn much. Also, the important thing with this mod too is that you have the secondary attribute. Sorry, I cannot speak. Gain damage resistance from non-guardian enemies while sprinting. What are you going to be doing with a sword anyway? You're going to be sprinting towards people. You're going to have that sword out, looking like Naruto, sprinting, running towards other people, murdering them with your sword. That's what you're going to be doing. And while you're charged with light, you gain significant damage resistance, significant enough that you notice it in a 920 nightfall. It's huge. El Jefe, as the kids call it. I don't know if that's what the kids say. I'm old. I'm like over 30 now, so technically I'm dying on the inside. So what else do you want to run with this mod? Everybody knows, if you've seen my build videos, you want to run stacks on stacks. You get an extra stack of charged with light for every stack that you gain. So you pick up an orb, you get another stack, you get 2 orbs. What else do you want to run? You have to run some orb, you have to run some charged with light generating mod on here. I decided to run with taking charge. Come charged with light by picking up orbs. How do you pick up orbs? You're scumbag. You run mountaintop. You're scumbag if you run mountaintop in PvE or PvP. Does not matter. You could also run a masterwork primary. Helps a lot. I don't need it because I already got 2 other masterwork weapons. I don't even use this. This gun right here, this hand cannon and energy slot, backup. Unnecessary backup. Why? Your boy's rolling around, running with mountaintop, running with quick fang, masterwork quick fang, masterwork sword. You slay 2 enemies, you got 2 orbs right there. Granted, sometimes you miss out on some extra orbs because if you see a group of 3 or 4 enemies with mountaintop, you shoot, you get 1 orb. You don't get 2 orbs if you shoot 4 enemies. You only get 1 orb. That's the only downfall with that. And of course, 1 instance of charged up. Charged up allows for an additional stack. 1 more stack of charged with light. It stacks with multiple copies. You only need 3 here. Reality, you only need 3. The only thing that I'm missing from this is I would prefer to actually have a cloak right here where I could actually seat this with a current seasonal mod right here. This is the one limitation that I have currently in my build. You might not have the same difficulties, especially considering that now everybody's upgrading their obelisk. They're investing to the Imperium Foundation, unlike me, who just figured out we're going to hit the goal anyway. So Bungie's going to move the goalpost because Trials is coming back next season anyway. And I don't actually have the armor. But if you have a Arc Season of Dawn class item, be sure to actually run striking light here and move striking light from your boots or wherever and run it on your class mod, because for reserves like here, where is that? I'm running heavy ammo finder. If you actually have sword ammo finder, I do not have sword ammo finder. You could run that here. You could basically mix up the Gatorade wherever you are to get the build that you're trying to do. And I feel like running sword scavenger, sword finder, and then running striking light, bleeding edge time 2, it'll allow you to use a build that's not commonly used. When you actually say you're using swords, are you really using swords? Black Talon right here, I actually had the masterwork for it. The masterwork's kind of useless because of the blocking thing. It might change in season 10, I believe. You'll actually be able to be more functioning with the sword than ever before. So why not go ahead and give yourself a build right now where you can actually take advantage of using a sword? So guys, let me know what you think down below. I hate that this video has to end. It always has to end at some point, but I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget that if you enjoy this content, I highly encourage you to subscribe. Be sure to drop a like on this video and appreciate you guys coming to check it out. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching the video. Peace.